There's a lot of political news to talk about, so we'll turn to our panel. We start with our own Julianna Goldman, just back from the big meeting of Democrats in Minneapolis. Jeffrey Goldberg is the national correspondent for The Atlantic. Ed O'Keefe covers politics for The Washington Post. And Mark Leibovich is the national correspondent for The New York Times. Julianna, I want to start with you, out with those Democrats. How would they receive this news about Hillary Clinton in Iowa?
Well, look, I think what you saw reflected in that poll and what you saw reflected in Minneapolis is this general lack of enthusiasm around the Democratic candidates right now. Democrats really want to fall in love again the way that they fell in love with Barack Obama. They say they really like Joe Biden if he got in. With Clinton, they say that, we'll get excited about her when we need to, when the time is right. But it almost feels like there's sort of this arranged marriage kind of situation here where they feel like they have to go with the person that's been picked with them, and that's Hillary Clinton.
Mark, the Washington Post has a headline that says, "A summer of Clinton stumbles gives way to an uncertain fall for Democrats." The last time you were here, you had written about Hillary Clinton's attempt to resell herself, introduce herself again. Right. It's now been a couple of weeks since that's happened. How's the repackaging going for her?
I would say slowly. I mean, absolutely. I mean, I think if this, in fact, is the summer of Trump, I mean, I think what we're seeing is a juxtaposition between someone who is hyper accessible, who is using the media, belittling the media at the same time, Donald Trump, and someone who is still perceived to be and still actually hiding in a really, really sustained way, which is Hillary Clinton.
And she is coming out of that hiding a little bit and taking on some of the Republicans. She's gone after Jeb Bush, who you spent a lot of time with, a few times. She even made a comparison between terrorists and the way they treat women with the way Republicans did. What do you think she's up to there?
I think she's trying to solidify the Democratic base and sort of remind them that she's willing to be that partisan warrior that they're seeking. It certainly rattled Republicans, and I think they're a little concerned that there was perhaps a little bit of a double standard this week about the way she was talking about them versus some of the things they've said about her in the past. But I saw that sort of as a sign of desperation, or at least an attempt to sort of tamper down the idea that others are surging or that they're going to get in. This idea that she's focused on superdelegates. Remember this from 8 years ago. It just sort of reminds me of a student council race, because the idea that a certain percentage of superdelegates are telling her, yeah, we're with you. Well, that's like you telling your classmate you're going to vote for him when really you're going to go vote for the cute girl down the hall. I mean, it's just silly. It seems that this.
Mark, you are everyone's cute girl down the hall. This is the idea that Hillary Clinton would get commitments now. Forget all this other stuff's going. Commitments now about how they would vote at the nomination.
Yeah, the idea that it's over when we're,
Well, and of course, delegates, superdelegates, that only matters if it's a really close race. Right. And so that's what is so alarming about these Iowa numbers. And even in Minneapolis, her campaign was asking delegates, asking DNC officials to sign these forms pledging support for next summer's convention. And they were saying, hey, sign it now. And you can come to private sessions with campaign advisors and even this private speech that Clinton gave the night before.